Hello, and a big welcome back to Let Supreme Ghost Thief 2. Today we are starting our Supreme run of Thief 2 The Metal Age, released in the year 2000. We're almost coming up on the 20th anniversary of this game that has changed the stealth genre forever since then. I would venture to say that much. Although I don't like this game as much as I do Thief the Dark Project or Thief Gold, this is still a game that has grown on me a lot, and I do enjoy a lot more today than I did when it was first released. So we are going to delve into this, and I know a lot of you prefer this over Thief Gold, which is totally fine, and there's been some discussions on that recently on the forums, which is always enjoyable, and I'm always all ears listening to other people's opinion, and some of those opinions have won me over a little bit about this game, so I'm looking forward to this a lot. We're going to start today, of course, with Mission 1 of the main game, which is Running Interference. And we do Supreme Ghost, and we're playing on the maximum difficulty, and we're going to watch the briefing.
I've always equated feelings with getting caught. They both get in the way of my money. Unfortunately, not everyone is as committed to their work as I am. An old associate of mine, Basso the boxman, wants to marry Lady Rumford's chambermaid, Jenivere, and live happily ever after. Guess prison life spoiled his taste for thievery. Too bad for Basso that Lady Rumford has other plans. Marriage would void Jenivere's indentured service contract, so Rumford is keeping her confined in the estate with the rest of her worldly possessions. Basso has asked for my assistance on getting her out, since infiltration is my specialty. I make it a policy never to take a job so sentimental, but the Rumford Manor could be a lucrative opportunity for a man like me. It would also mean that Basso would owe me a favor, and in this line of work you can never have too many of those. I'll sneak in after dark and clear a path for Basso so he can rescue his damsel in distress. Along the way, I'll pick up a few souvenirs for the local pawn shops. That should make all this aggravation worthwhile. Otherwise, I'll make Basso wish he was still rotting in Crag's Cleft. This proves it. Going legit is more trouble than it's worth.
Okay, so here's the objectives. Once you're ready for Basso to go, give the signal using the bird call he gave you. You have to be close enough for him to hear it. Help Basso and Jenivere get out of the mansion together. You'll need to scout ahead to make sure Basso's route is safe. Luckily, Basso didn't say anything about not taking Lady Rumford's stuff. Get 600 in loot, including 200 in gems. Jenivere would be aghast if anybody died because of this. Don't kill anyone. Still, nothing stops you from teaching these guards a lesson and getting a little practice. Score at least 8 knockouts. So this mission can be perfect Supreme Ghosted. That means we can adhere to all the Supreme rules and get all the loot. That is not always a good thing, because it might mean the mission is too easy. This mission isn't up front that easy. However, the fact that we are allowed to get 8 knockouts, which, even though that goes against even Ghost rules, since it's explicitly stated in the objectives we're allowed to do that. That makes the mission very easy. Almost too easy. But there's still some elements of having to choose carefully which 8 you knock out and a little bit of what kind of order you do it in. This mission is even easier to Supreme Ghost in New Dark than it is in Old Dark. I will play, and I do play all my missions in New Dark, unless there are game-breaking changes between Old Dark and New Dark. I will not exploit it where, the whole run will be different, but I do play with New Dark, and I do play with New Mantle, so the New Mantle mechanics in New Dark. If I play with New Dark, I play with all the features that New Dark comes with. We're also playing this with the Necro Age mod, just like we did for Thief Gold, so I will continue that, and this should be updated to the latest version of New Dark 127, I think it is.
I sprung the lock on the side door for you, Garrett. It's the only good way in.
Well, thank you. So, always make a real save right away, and here we go. So this is then with the updated texture packs. I like Necroage because it adheres mostly to the original textures, but it does darken it and make it a little bit grittier, and I think that's something Thief 2 needs, to be honest with you. Notice that I have kept the old foliage, the trees and bushes. I don't like the whole leaves sticking out everywhere and branches and stuff. It changes too much or it impedes my view too much. That's just my personal preference, but anyway. So here we have our map. This is the basement, and it even shows the route that Basso will take, just so we can see that. And that means we can plan how we're going to clear his route to get to Jenivere. We have the butler's quarters and the under butler here in the east. A pointless electrics room here. Some guards' quarters. A steam plant with a workshop next to it. Then you have a pretty big kitchen with a storage room outside of it. And another storeroom and some guards and servants' quarters towards the west. Some plumbing. And then the room where Jenivere is kept. And then the housekeeper's areas here. You have stairs going up on both sides, both flanks. And it says, Garrett, Jen's door will be locked, but don't worry, I can handle that, Basso. The main floor has the stairs up then at either side. There's actually 4 sets of stairs that can go up to coming up from the basement and 2 going up to the east and west wings. You got a bath room with a restroom, a music room, a great hall with some stairs up and down to the kitchen below. You got also an exit here to the courtyard that you saw before we went to the map. You got a dining room and some other rooms here, the parlor. And then there are 2 wings, like I said, one in the east with bedrooms, one in the west in the bedroom with bedrooms as well. Okay, so we don't have any lockpicks in this mission. We have the bird call and the compass. That's pretty much it. We've got a sword, blackjack, 15 water arrows. Okay, well, we can't use those for Supreme anyway.
Good thing the butler's out for the night. He left his lights on.
Indeed. 2 stacks of copper coins and 2 stacks of silver coins here, 34 total. So we are entering then here in the butler's quarters. So here we have a key, a white key that we have to take. We can enter here.
I never do that. Conley was supposed to be on duty. Always does this.
So here you have a couple of guards that we can't really see, but there's 2 guards in there. Let's just get conversation that they're supposed to
Damn
get.
torches. Always sputtering out.
Well, don't just make tap over it. Light it up.
I lost my tinderbox. Oh, why don't you do it?
I ain't the one that's complaining, am I now?
Huh.
A little bit dark there. I sort of increased the brightness a little bit. So that's how you're supposed to get through these or past these guards. Of course, you can't douse torches for Supreme, so we can't do this. But we have to get through here because we have to clear the path for Basso. This door here requires a yellow key. So we can go through there and knock those 2 guards out without busting Supreme, because that follows the objectives. There are, I think, 5 or 6 yellow keys around the map. So we are going to have to get a yellow key and come back here and open this door in order to pass those guards successfully for Supreme. So we can't go there. We have to go this way instead. In that get us to the first guard we're going to blackjack. This can be a little bit difficult because we have to time his patrol pretty perfectly here.
What was that? You think that was...
Yeah. You have to go all the way forward there. We can't run all the way, but we have to go to the right.
Who's noising up?
This will take a few tries to get right.
Something
If he gives that remark before we knock him out, then that's not good for Supreme. He sees us there too. We actually have to go all the way past, I think.
Who's noising about? What's that?
Huh.
What was that? I should have joined the army.
There we go. He did not see us. Did not give a remark. We're allowed to knock him out. We're good. Let's hide him in here. Let's go in here. So now we're moving into the east parlor. There's a guard that patrols outside of here. There's a blue vase worth 50, total 84. Can't tell where he's coming from, but in here there's another blue vase, but it's difficult to see. It's up here. Total 134. He was coming from the hallway. Gotcha.
Get the guy now. Hey!
I didn't know how far he went. We're gonna have to wait for him to come back down then, because we have to get up here. So yeah, stylistically, this game here is obviously very different from Thief Gold, which isn't in itself a bad thing, because it's good not to repeat what you've just done in the first game. So it sort of introduces the upper class of society, the aristocracy, and with that comes very clean buildings, you know, and that kind of stuff. Let's see, there's a ring here. Should be another piece of loot up here, I thought so, at least. Am I wrong? There we go. Necklace. Just passed it earlier. There we go. So that necklace was worth 120. And the ring up there worth 40. So that's 294. Okay. In here's an empty room, I think. Actually. Yeah. I'm going to show you something in here. Over here's a guard. He has a yellow key. There's also some loot over there. And the easiest way to get that is by coming up the dumbwaiter just beyond him and taking the loot from that side. However, I usually have a ghost challenge. I try to make that every mission. And I have one for this mission, and that is for you guys to come not up through the dumbwaiter, but from here. And take this guy's key and the loot for Ghost, not for Supreme. You can't do it without a first alert. But go from here, in there, take that, and then back out into the hallway. So come all the way back out for Ghost. Ghost clean. Key and loot. So now we're in the Great Hall. So you probably know that this is secret. It's a pair of rings that actually isn't worth any loot. It comes into your loot inventory, but it has a value of 0. But it does add an objective. What would a wedding be without rings? Get 2 for Basso and Jenivere. Bonus objective. Okay. So we're gonna head down into the basement again, and now we're coming down to the kitchen. So the stairs down here will take us back to the kitchen. There's a servant here, and we're gonna have to knock out. To find an opportune time to do that. Purse, which is worth 16, total 310. Let's carry him over here. There's also another piece of loot that I didn't take. It's tough to see. There you can see the purse gets smaller now. That means we're highlighting something else. It's a pair of coins. 3 of those. So they're each worth 20, so that's a total of 370. Okay, that was our second blackjack, by the way. So we have to keep track of that. This is a part of the route for Basso. He goes through here. See the red line? Now in the kitchen you can also find 2 loaves, a cheese, 2 deer legs, and a carrot. And then there's also a bag of spice over here, which is worth 45, total 415. Now we can go back to where we dropped him, and past this area is the dumbwaiter.
Like old meat. What the? I can't believe it.
So here you can reach his key easily enough. But we can't take that yellow key because we have to drop it back for Supreme, and that alerts him. 2 gold goblets and 2 gold plates. And goblets were worth 50 and the plates were worth 60 total. No, plates were worth 100 total. Now let's head into the winery. There should be 3 bottles of wine in here. 1, 2, 3. Those are worth 20 each, so 625. Now there is a speed potion here at the bottom. I'm not going to take it because you can't return it. And you don't need it for Supreme, but it is counts as a secret if you take it. So if you want all the secret counts, for me Supreme is more important, so I don't want to touch that. but that is what we could get if we wanted the secret count. Okay, then we have done what we needed to down here, and I think, I'm not 100% sure of how, but there should have spawned another guard out in the front courtyard at this point. Now, if I was playing in Old Dark, I would have brought 2 crates with me from the basement. And brought them down here, but I'm not going to need that in New Dark. And I'll show you why. Now there's an archer that has spawned here, as you can see, and he has a yellow key. And that we need. Now in Old Dark, you needed 3 crates, not 2 if I said that, 3 crates, to make a little stack here and mantle up one of the pillars. But in New Dark, we can just do this. Instead. And now we're going to end up taking that yellow key from this archer. That can be a little bit difficult. Actually, taking the key is more difficult in New Dark. Than in Old Dark. But the fact that we don't have to lug those crates over is making it a whole lot easier. I'm gonna make a real save right here. This could take a few tries.
Hey!
See, when he gets alerted, we can't take the key, and we can't have an alert for Supreme anyway. There we go. Awesome. Second attempt. He also has 3 broadheads, if you're looking for all the pickpocket counts. Cool. We have to return that yellow key and the white key before we end the mission.
My shift's supposed to be over by now.
So now...
He probably forgot to come and change. He's probably still sleeping, you bastard. I never do that. Come late, I'm supposed to be on duty. He always does this. If I were the sir,
There we go. That's blackjack 3 and 4, isn't it? Yes. Good. In here, I think there is a stack of copper coins and a cheese. Copper coins is in this one. Total 630. Should be 3 more stacks of copper coins in this room. Total 645. Moving into the workshop. Here's a flash bomb, 5 flares, and then there is a switch. that's the secret that we can get the count for. So one more flash bomb and one more flare and a healing potion, but then there's a purse worth 50. Total 695. Close that back up. And here is another archer with a purse. Him we're gonna have to knock out. That's 5. Let's move him as well. Why don't we? Let's move him in with the other guys. Just so I don't have him laying in the middle of the route. Basso. Okay. Then we can move forward. This is then the storeroom. There is a guard in there. Can't see right now.
Nothing making noise now.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. He did not make a first alert there. Let's have to go back through the kitchen now. That's 6. Let's throw him in here. It's an empty room anyway. At least I think so. Three more stacks of copper coins, 5 each, and that's total 735. And the only readable in the mission is here. Dunya. Sometimes I think I miss the days when crime ruled the streets, as the sheriff would have it. Either way, we walk in fear, but before, we lost at most the purse. Well, now we may be shut up in iron, simply for seeing the wrong thing at the wrong time. Give me the old days back again, and a pox upon Truard and all his thugs. Okay, Truard. Sounds like it could be the sheriff then. Interesting. So now we can continue. We're now headed west. So the other guard that I mentioned is here. Right? But that is right here. So Basso's not going to go in front of him. So there's no point in blackjacking him.
Well, that's her door. Guess Basso can open it. He's not much of a sneak, but he can sure handle a lock.
There we go. So Jenivere's room. Pumping room. And this is an area where there's some hidden stuff. A couple of crates here. There is a loaf of bread, gold nugget, and a silver nugget back here. Total 885. For Supreme, we have to stack those back more or less the way they were. we do that? Maybe we have to actually perform a little leap here. Oh. There, that's good enough. That's good enough. 885 I said? Yes, that's right. Then we can head to the housekeeper's area. So purse here. Worth 50, total 935. And now we can head up. Western end. Let's see. I think we're going to need our yellow key here. And this is another guy that carries a yellow key behind a door that needs a yellow key to be opened. Let's see here. There's only one piece of loot up here, I think. There's another yellow key. Here's a secret lever here. Unlocks a safe with a tiara. And that fulfills the loot objective of 600 loot. But I think that you have to come up here and get that to get 200 in gems. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. That's kind of harsh that you have to find that secret. Is that the case? I'm not sure. I'm turned around. His purse here. It's worth 40.
Strange noises.
I thought he might hear that. Problem is in Thief Gold, they hardly hurt doors opening. But I guess in New Dark they would, because it's technically Thief 2.
Something there.
Man. Gonna head into the music room. Two stacks of copper coins. And on the table up here is a silver flute. Worth 50, total 1210. this is the front doors.
Oh, it's so...
Someone say something.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They alert to the door closing, so I have to blackjack him. I gotta get the loot on the lawn there.
Oh, it's... Here, new pair of boots. Is someone...
He sees that. He has to fall backwards,
Is someone...
and I don't want to take his key.
Is that you?
Oh, come on.
Hello? Anyone there?
There we go.
I just believed him like a taffet. They're probably laughing at me now, behind my back.
Later.
Drop him in there, and then we have to wait for that archer to come by again.
Taking a break.
So that was blackjack 7, or knockout 7. One more.
Thought I saw something.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what angle I... Let's see.
Just because I've been here only a few months, I think that I can just get away with pushing me around. I thought...
We probably just gotta follow him a little bit. I'm guessing. That's what I think we're gonna have to do here.
Dun, 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 dun. Just because I've been here only a few months, I think that I can just get away with pushing me around. I'll show them someday. Someday I'll get what they deserve.
There we go. Gold goblet and a gold plate. There's also the cheese there. There we go. And now everything should be ready for Basso, right? Now I think we can actually drop the key back here, because Basso will take care of opening this door, won't he? We just have the yellow key now to return, which we're going to do right now. There. You have to return the key to his patrol route. Of course, in Old Dark, then you would have to lock-block the front doors and then return the key as you headed inside. Otherwise, you would have to keep the crates over here. No, you do not. Of course not, because you. I didn't have to mantle the doors here. I could have just unlocked it with the yellow key and lock-blocked the gate. I didn't think of that, but that's what I should and could have done. Okay, it's time to make the call, I think. That. I was supposed to stop the door there, but there you go, Basso. Go find your loved one. Slam the door in my face, buddy. What did I do to deserve that? So you got the lockpicks, huh? You took them, didn't you? There's Jenivere. Now there's a red key on her
Basso!
Shh,
desk.
come with me.
And that actually unlocks the door. So she could have unlocked the door from the inside all along. The authors must have put that key there just as a joke. They must have. There we go. Yes. Why is this not working? Am I missing something here? Okay, that's just dumb. I have to do this all over again? Okay. There. Okay, let's go through this whole thing again. If it happens again, I'm just gonna do the skip cheat to the end, because obviously it's supposed to end there. To be honest with you, I've never had that happen before. I didn't want to save it because I've heard that saving during the whole run is giving it a higher chance of messing up or something. I'm not sure.
Basso!
Shh, come with me.
Okay, I'm gonna save it here, just in case.
Shh, come with me.
Can I go over here and then follow me, or no? Okay, this is just dumb, so I'm just gonna end the mission here. We got it. There, I know that didn't get checked off, but I don't know. I've never had that happen before. Not sure what's going on there. Anyway, that was a successful, perfect, supreme ghost run of running interference. Total time 31 minutes 30 seconds. Found 1285 loot out of 1285. Pockets picked 4 out of 9. That was 1 key and 3 purses, wasn't it? Backstab 0. Knockouts 8. Damage dealt 8 then. Damage taken 0. Healing taken 0. Innocents killed none and others killed 0. Secrets found 2 out of 3. We skipped the speed potion in the wine cellar because you can't return the speed potion back to the cubby that it's in. So there we have it. First mission. I am not a very big fan of this mission here. I'm going to give it a 58%. I think I gave Bamford's Manor 66%. First mission of Thief Gold. I think this is it's a worst mission in my book. It's a very non-linear mission. That's good. You can take a lot of different routes around the grounds. It's very nice to look at. Beautiful textures, nice, crisp, clean rooms. The forced knockouts, I actually think that's a nice touch because it sort of makes the first mission be a training or practice session, even though it actually has its own story. So that's good. The story in the mission, though, has no relation to the plot for Thief 2 whatsoever, and there's no continuation of this story, really. It has no real intrinsic value to Garrett, except for helping his friend out. It's a very easy mission. I would say it's much easier than Bamford's Manor. And the layout of the mansion is to me kind of boring. It's very flat. No verticality. I mean, I know there's 3 floors, or 2.5, but it feels very flat. And many of the missions in Thief 2 feels that way to me. If you think of Bamford's Manor, you plunge into the sewers, and you go all the way up to the top, and you go all the way back down for the secret study room, and it just feels a lot more three-dimensional, and that is one of the biggest beefs I have with Thief 2. And it starts here, so I don't know. This isn't a mission that I look forward to playing. It's okay. It's okay, but it's just okay. Anyway, the next mission in Thief 2, Shipping and Receiving, I think is one of the best 5 or 6 missions in the game. I really like that one. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm not sure if that's the next mission I'll do. I'll see. And I haven't made that decision yet, but we will just have to cross that bridge when we get there. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, and we're going to make a save. And I'll see you guys back next time. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.